You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
Será que a gente adivinha? Você quer acelerar sua carreira ou ingressar naquela profissão dos seus sonhos, mas com a correria do dia a dia não te sobra muito tempo para se dedicar aos estudos. Acertamos? Então os cursos livres do Senac são para você. Quer aprender de forma rápida o que você tanto sonha? Acesse sp.senac.br/cursos livres e ainda descubra descontos incríveis. Quer saber? Senac.
Sabia que você inspira outras pessoas? Às vezes é difícil reconhecer o seu valor, mas eu tô aqui pra dizer, você vale muito. L'Oréal Paris quer lembrar todas as mulheres disso, inclusive no cinema. Por isso, criou o Lights on Women's Worth Awards no Festival de Cannes, um prêmio que celebra as diferentes narrativas das mulheres no cinema e inspira outras, porque representatividade e reconhecimento são importantes. L'Oréal Paris, porque você vale muito.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Yo, what up, and welcome to this super casual episode of Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name's Ken, and I'm joined in the studio by Jeff and Neal, and Matt by proxy via Skype.
Brought to you by Yo MTV Raps. I told that on the show before at garage sales. I used to sell cards of Yo MTV Raps, right?
We can't do recordings after 9 p.m. anymore.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I've told that story, right? Where I sold packets of cards. Yeah, no one bought them.
I'm shocked.
I still have Run DMC cards, like somewhere in my clothes or somewhere in the house. I don't know. They're all like all over the place. They're like glitter.
It's your retirement fund. Those are worth money, I'm sure.
I think they are.
That's my plan. I've got a stash of magic cards I'm just sitting on.
Now, if David Copperfield,
Matt's shaking his head.
Every pack of cards that he has, are they considered magic cards?
Yes.
Okay.
They're playable.
I guess
they're
if you're
legal
Copperfield,
and playable.
Anytime David Copperfield has a mirror, just run, because you don't know what's going to appear.
Well, we must be in a silly mood today, a good mood, because of our guest host today, Mike Casey. How you doing?
How are you guys?
Great.
It's good to be back.
Thank you for being a Cruiserweight champion with us, and you're coming to us from Providence, Rhode Island.
Yep.
And what's new with you?
Not much. Just still working in the escape room business. We had the biggest escape room reviewers come in a few weeks ago and gave us a glowing review. So
nice.
Kind of like the Siskel and Ebert of the escape room world.
It was kind of like the Ratatouille food critic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
They gave you.
Are there Michelin stars for escape rooms? Does that exist?
No, there's just go here or don't go here review.
Well, if he's really good,
4.5 out of 5 locks that need keys to them.
So when the Michelin star reviewer comes in, like he gets the key to open up the lock, but he drops it just to see if anyone will pick it up.
Right.
And he only orders water.
So what kind of room did you put the reviewer in?
One was a forest-themed game where you're trying to find your friend who disappeared in the woods.
Was it Bubba Gump?
Like a haunted hotel type one.
Ooh, cool. That sounds good.
Mike, when you had the escape room, you do a promo code for Triviality. Did anyone use it?
No.
What a shame.
Come on, next time.
It does exist. Still out there, so there's still time.
There's still time, guys.
Say Triviality when you go to the escape room. And what's the name of it, Mike?
The R.I. Riddle Room.
Okay.
So I think today Neal and I are going to team back up. I got a good team name for us because you're reading some detective novels over there, right?
Yeah, I've been reading The Big Sleep by Raymond Chandler, and I'm almost done with it. And I'm kind of missing it a little bit because I always put film noir music on in the background when I read this, and I read it in a transatlantic accent.
Okay. Well, in honor of The Big Sleep, I think we should name our team after something I'm called quite frequently, The Big Creep.
Oh, The Big Creep.
Yeah.
All right.
And Jeff and Matt, what do you think?
Well, I was just watching this wonderful film noir thing starring David Lynch and a monkey called What Did Jack Do? I figure we can be What Did Jeff Do?
All right.
What did Jeff do? Now, Ken, I just want to say something. Raymond Chandler was a man of his time, and he was ahead of his time. And if you go to Chapter 9 of The Big Sleep, none other than Jeff Culver shows up in the first sentence of Chapter 9, and he describes Jeff in glowing words. He says, "The next morning was bright, clear, and sunny. I woke up with a motorman's glove in my mouth, drank 2 cups of coffee, and went through with the morning papers." So that's totally Jeff right there. Jeff's always got
That's
a
what-
motorman's glove in his mouth.
I've lost count.
And that's what Jeff did. So now
All
we
right.
know.
Well, with
Great.
his best bogey impression, let's toss it over to the rules guy.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah.
The rules were long, too long, one would say. The music in the background floated like a butterfly. Is that good? I don't know. What's this book like?
Yeah, it's pretty close to that. I mean, it's always
as long as they're gams.
Yeah, the gams. It's always raining.
Always raining gams.
Women are always biting their thumb when they're talking to him for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I do that too when I talk to you, but...
Oh, I guess that's true.
All right. Well, let's get into the game before this gets any more erotic. All right, Mike, take it away.
I don't know. Maybe I'll hold out for it to get more erotic.
Well, let me tell you, Mike, I've got a line exchange right here. Someone says, if I had a razor, I'd cut your throat just to see what ran out of it. And the answer is caterpillar blood.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Less erotic.
All right. All right, guys. Question 1. While it is not quite between man's grasp and his reach, what is the area defined as the lowest level of the ocean which light can penetrate?
I just looked at that stupid thing online that had Neal's name in it.
Yes, thank you, Stacey McPeak. That was Neal.fun, and it was a graphic of thing.
I just looked at that stupid thing.
He's saying it's stupid because it's called Neal.fun.
I looked at it too.
I looked at it at 1 a.m. I was scrolling down. It was, I know the name of the lowest point. Oh, yours makes sense from his clue. The lowest one is Challenger Deep, I believe.
Right.
That's the lowest point, yeah.
It's where a Dodge Challenger was
Right.
sunken to.
Me and Neil are locked in.
There's a clue in there. Can I get that question again?
Was this totally on purpose, Mike, because of that post?
What? No, I don't even know what you're
Wow,
talking
amazing.
I was on the crop.
It's on the
You'd
crop.
like to see it.
Join
Go
the
to
crop if you haven't yet.
Facebook.com.
And, yeah.
Looking about a grasp and a reach, something about a fist, maybe. I don't know.
The punching
the fist.
area.
Kung Fu grip
All right.
zone.
You happy with that?
No, but we'll go with it.
Okay.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, so I believe above the abyssal is the twilight zone.
Yes, the answer is the Twilight Zone.
Nice. Good pull there, because
No,
once
I'm
you said
stepping
it, it
into
totally
the
made
Twilight
sense.
Zone.
I just looked at the infographic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neal.fun.
Don't lead other people to your perverted website, Neil.
I have to go check this out now. All right, guys. Question 2. Which president married America's first foreign-born first lady? I'll bet it was all the skinny dipping that lured her in.
Oh. Now I'm trying to imagine all the presidents skinny dipping.
I'd rather not, to be honest.
What president would you want to see skinny dip? Probably Kennedy, right?
Now?
Just he's very
Grover
skinny.
Cleveland.
It's a very skinny dipping. Yeah, I don't know, Ken. First foreign-born.
I'd watch Teddy Roosevelt skinny dip.
He'd make it fun, that's for sure. He'd cannonball, no doubt.
It wouldn't even be awkward. It'd
No, it
just be
wouldn't.
like an animal in his natural habitat.
Yeah, I feel like anytime he wasn't in clothes, he was naked. If you know what I mean.
I don't. Explain.
Why don't you tell us more
All right,
about
well-
your Teddy
well, based-
Roosevelt erotic fan fiction?
All right, well, based on the Teddy Roosevelt erotic fan fiction, let's say it's Teddy Roosevelt.
I like it.
Foreign-born is interesting because I feel like a lot of the first ones were foreign-born, technically. Although they were born like in the continental U.S. When I think of like people who would go skinny dipping, LBJ is what comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because he was notorious for always exposing
Skinny?
himself.
Was he notorious for going all the way, starring Bryan Cranston?
He might have been.
Okay.
No, I mean, I was thinking maybe the clue skinny dipping. Maybe he was there was a guy that was too fat for the bathtub.
Oh, I like that.
Well, which one was that?
Taft.
Yeah, maybe it was Taft.
Okay. That would be ironic. I like it. We can go William Howard Taft.
We're gonna go with Taft. We're going Taft.
He was right after Roosevelt. So.
All right, both locked in.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is John Quincy Adams.
Oh no.
He was a notorious skinny dipper, apparently, and he used to go every day before he'd go into the office and go skinny dipping. One of those myth stories that no one knows if it's real or not about a woman who was trying to get an interview from him and couldn't get it, and then knew that he went skinny dipping and went down and stole his clothes till he gave the interview.
No, that's journalism right there. All I'm imagining is Anthony Hopkins from Amistad going skinny dipping.
All right. On May 7th, 1995, 1 year after Reggie Miller famously made a choke gesture to Spike Lee, the Knicks would go on to choke again, this time in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, when they allowed Reggie Miller to famously score how many points in 8.9 seconds?
All right, we're locked in.
Okay, so I think it's 8 points in 9 seconds. That's the name. There's a Pacers blog, and that's the name of it. I couldn't remember if it was 9 in 8 or 8 in 9. So I think it's 8 points in 9 seconds.
Wow, Matt is a frequent guest of the Pacers blog. But
it's just him and Detlef Schrempf.
Yeah, exactly. If you ever look at the video, it's pretty amazing. I think he scores at 3. He steals the ball as soon as they throw it out.
The guy, but they don't call it.
Right. Okay. He steals the ball. He scores 2, and then he gets the ball again, and then he scores another 3. So we said 8 as well.
Everyone's locked in with 8. 8 is correct.
Nice.
It's crazy.
All right. Question 4. In 1968, Johnny Cash released his first live prison album at Folsom Prison. 1 year later, he made another live album performing for those behind bars again, this time at what also notable prison?
We're locked in over here.
I feel like this one's more your wheelhouse.
I'm not a huge Johnny Cash guy.
Yeah, that's because you're a huge prison guy, is what I was saying.
Yeah, why is Jeff always walking around with his pockets out of his pants, asking people to hold him?
Got my bandana on. You know the worst part about prison, Matt?
The Dementis.
It was somewhere in Northern California, I think. I think that's where Folsom's at.
What do you want? So let's just go with Alcatraz.
Okay, done.
All right, Matt is probably going to go here after all the parking tickets he gets. If you ever watch movies, a lot of the times they always have to send the lawyers to San Quentin.
Yep, San Quentin. All right. You ready for question 5?
We are.
In the 90s, 3 movies with only one word in their title won the Best Picture award at the Academy Awards. Name 2. Bonus point for naming all 3.
Oh, he's going to get the bonus point.
Okay, so the other team is locked in. Neal quickly came up with 2 along with me, and we're just laboring to find the other one, but we think it's the 92 winner, right?
I think so. Yeah, we have Braveheart and Titanic, one word.
Was that 95 and 97? What were the years on that?
Yeah, I believe so. 95, 97. Forrest Gump was 94.
What about a movie that's somebody's name?
Oh, yeah, that's possible. I'm thinking of Shine, but that didn't win. That Jeffrey Rush won for Shine. I'm at such a loss.
That's troublesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll lock in with the 2. So Titanic and Braveheart.
Yep, we said Titanic and Braveheart for our 2, and the third one?
I thought it was Amistad. Is it not?
Nope, that did not win.
Okay. That was what I had.
Unforgiven.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Eastwood, right?
Yes.
Because it was what? Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was what?
Unforgiven.
Schindler's List.
Yep, Forrest Gump, Braveheart, Titanic, Shakespeare in Love, American Beauty.
Yep.
All right. So all points there, but no bonuses, right?
Yep. That's correct. So after 5, it looks like Team The Big Creep has 40, and Team, whatever your name is, what is it?
What did Jeff do?
What did Jeff do? Is at 20.
That was the most disappointed anyone's ever been to get full points. So
yeah,
good job, teams.
Question 6. Amazing Spider-Man number 583, published on January 15th, 2009, sold a whopping 530,000 copies. Thanks mainly to the smiling man giving a thumbs up on the cover. Who was this man?
All right, we're locked in.
You think it's Stan Lee?
Possibly. I've got nothing else. I don't know Spider-Man that well. Spider-Man.
2009 would be right when the MCU was taking off. Do you think it could be like Robert Downey Jr.?
Maybe. Smiling man.
You just want to go Stan Lee? Because I
Sure.
think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to say Stan Lee.
Yeah, when Jeff said, I don't know anything about Spider-Man, I had the sudden urge to go, well, let me tell you about the time I created Spider-Man. So we went Stan Lee.
Stan Lee is incorrect.
No.
Yeah, the clue I was trying to give you was on the January 15th, 2009 part. The inauguration day.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Oh, okay. All right. You got us that time, Mike.
All right. Question 7. According to Wikipedia's list of the top 10 most watched television interviews of all time, only 2 interviewees made the list twice. One of them was Obama. Name the other.
I'm reluctant.
Do you have anybody who would be in the spotlight more than once, but had like a really big bombshell story to tell?
I mean, so like Bill Clinton makes sense, right?
I thought about Bill Clinton about the time of impeachment.
But I think I think Michael Jackson had the one where he gave an interview and then they like premiered his video afterwards that was like really, really big. And I think he had one after he got married to what's her face?
Lisa Marie Presley?
Yeah, I think it might be Michael Jackson.
Okay, I kind of remember. Was it like maybe a Barbara Walters interview of him?
One of them definitely was, and I don't remember what the other one would be. But I think that those make sense to me.
Okay, I'm good to go with that.
We weren't too sure. We were trying to think, is it a politician? Is it a celebrity? Maybe not even one of those. We kind of just circled around Princess Diana. We weren't too sure, but we knew she was in the media quite a bit when she was alive, so that's what we went with.
And Jeff and Matt, what did you lock in with?
Michael Jackson.
The answer is Michael Jackson.
All right.
Good answer.
Oprah interview and a Diane Sawyer.
I had a feeling Oprah was on there, but I couldn't remember if she was the interviewer or interviewee.
All right, question 8. Many people consider Kubrick's The Shining to be one of the best horror movies of all time. Stephen King is not most people. In an effort to create a more faithful adaptation to his source material, King wrote and produced a Shining miniseries, directed by Mick Garris and starring what actor as Jack Torrance in place of Nicholson?
Reluctant.
I have no idea. Do you have any idea?
Nope. I didn't even know there was a Shining miniseries.
Yeah. Who do you think would be really good in that role?
Who's like a young Nicholson?
Yeah.
Like type, or maybe he went against casting. I have no idea.
Come on, Steven. I want to be in the TV version, too.
It could be this man who is in my cafe the other day, Zachary Quinto. Just to throw that out there.
Did you drop him
Did
a
you give
little
him
bit?
the live long and prosper?
Yeah. LLAP.
Sir,
as we learned.
How much...
Rhode Island connection there. He's filming a TV show here.
Really?
Yeah.
How much steamed half and half would you like on your drink, sir? Just a Quinto, please.
I think if you make jokes like that, he rips your head open.
Zachary Quinto? He's probably a really nice
He's
guy.
probably a nice guy.
Oh, Siler from Heroes.
Oh.
Oh.
He's a bad guy in
reference. All right, so
Or
we
good
don't
guy.
know. So
Zachary Quinto.
I don't know. Lucky Johnson.
Okay, so I'll tell this story on a Patreon bonus one day, but when I met Kevin Spacey, it wasn't a great interaction that night. He was not a nice person, and it was after a play.
Do you want to elaborate on that now a little bit?
Sure. He was just, yes, it was after a play.
Given the circumstances.
You're right. So when I was studying in London, I saw a play at a theater that starred Kevin Spacey, and he was not a nice person. After the show, he deleted all the photos off my friend's camera, refused to take pictures with anyone, and was overall just an asshole. But the co-star of that play was very, very nice, said hi to everyone, and signed everyone's autographs. And he was known, I believe it's Kendall Portillo's favorite show, Wings, I think. And that would be Steven Weber, played Jack Torrance.
Yep, Steven Weber. All right, question 9. The Backyard Sessions in 2012 and the Happy Hippie Backyard Sessions in 2015 were a series of YouTube videos released by which mega pop star?
I'm pretty sure on this one, so we're going to lock in.
Pop star, Backyard Sessions, Happy Hippies.
YouTube.
I have no idea. What were the years? Were they on there?
2012 and 2015.
Yeah, or somebody who would be kind of a front runner in that era, because YouTube kind of blew up around that time, right?
Yeah, I'd say right about 2010.
As far as being like a mainstream kind of thing where celebrities wouldn't be embarrassed to have a YouTube channel. Happy hippie. I literally don't know. I would say Taylor Swift, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And Ken seemed to know it right away. Does that help?
Don't dig into that. I don't know why I feel confident about this.
Okay, that's fair.
Ariana Grande. Just throwing that out there. Katy Perry, maybe. Miley Cyrus. You want to go Miley Cyrus?
Sure. She might do something like that.
Yeah, why not? Miley Cyrus.
I said Miley Cyrus.
Is Miley Cyrus.
No way.
Come on. Matt was he started like twerking for inspiration and it just came to him, I think.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
The funny thing is, too, now I don't remember what they were, but the names that you were all listing off were most of the backyard sessions are Miley with someone else, and like all of the people that you guessing earlier on were people that did collaborate.
Co-conspirators, if you will.
That's great.
Oh man, that makes me mad.
All right, question 10. This Syrian city, one of the oldest inhabited cities in the world, was once Syria's largest until it suffered massive destruction during the Syrian Civil War. If you don't know it, you might make a great libertarian presidential candidate.
Yeah, we're good.
So the oldest city in Syria and in the world is Damascus. However, the one that I think it was Gary Johnson couldn't come up with in the interview was Aleppo.
Aleppo. That's right.
What is Aleppo?
What is Aleppo?
We said Aleppo.
Yep, Aleppo is correct.
At the end of the first round, it looks like it's 70-50 with the big creep in the lead.
It was raining hard again. I walked into it with the heavy drops slapping my face. When one of them touched my tongue, I knew that my mouth was open and the ache at the side of my jaws told me it was open wide and strained back, mimicking the rictus of death carved upon the face of Harry Jones.
All right.
There you go.
Well, whatever that was. Let's go into the swing round.
All right, so for the swing round, I have before and afters, and this is all going to be movies.
Perfect.
Great.
A couple of heads up with this. Some of them are shared words. Some of them are more mashing of words. Okay. And with one of them, I did play a little fast and loose with a number being a number in the title and spelled out in a different title. So.
Okay.
All right.
Number 1. Turns out Bruce Willis was dead the whole time, and then his wife receives an estate from her first late husband, Henry Dashwood. Number 2. Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon fight over a magical remote control and wind up in a land filled with creepy children who all look alike and have alien mind-reading abilities. Number 3. Lester has a creepy crush on his daughter's cheerleading best friend, so he will probably lock her up in his enchanted castle until she falls in love with him. Number 4. A boy in a wheelchair meets an alien, and then he moves from Africa to a new high school where he and the alien join the Plastics, write a burn book, and sing a sexy version of Jingle Bell Rock.
Paul Rudd likes that question.
Number 5. A clandestine government organization helps you forget things, like how a masked serial killer went on a sorority killing spree during the holidays. 6. Burt Reynolds directs porn movies in the 70s, which probably have a little less romance than a coastal town in North Carolina where Diane Lane and Richard Gere fall in love. Number 7. 2 British soldiers must cross enemy territory to deliver a message to a hairy high school basketball player.
Oh my God.
8. A girl from a small Midwestern town moves to the south side of Chicago and learns to incorporate hip-hop into her stiff ballet form. All of this to the music written by Selma, a Czech immigrant single mother who is losing her eyesight. That was 8, right? 9. A coming-of-age comedy drama nominated for 5 Oscars at the 2018 Academy Awards meets the 2015 Academy Awards Best Picture which had no connection to a Hanna-Barbera cartoon? And 10. A museum security guard, played by John Travolta, holds a bunch of school children hostage while trying to get his job back. But maybe a heavenly Nick Cage can help him out if he's not too busy fawning over Meg Ryan.
Oh my God.
Okay, we will split apart and discuss our answers.
Pausa rapidinho agora para falar de dica de ouro para os papais e mamães. Depois de experimentar a nova Hug Supreme Care Fralda Roupinha, tudo ficou ainda melhor para o meu filho. É a única com canais em X que se adaptam aos movimentos, com 2 vezes proteção noturna e cintura elástica que se adapta ao corpinho do bebê, além de ser super fácil de colocar e tirar. Praticidade pura. Então guarda essa dica. Nova Hug Supreme Care Fralda Roupinha. Bebê, estamos juntos nessa, mais do que nunca. Agora curta seu podcast.
Chegou a melhor parte do podcast. É hora de provar a melhor Coca-Cola. A Coca-Cola sem açúcar. O sabor irresistível da Coca-Cola, sem açúcar e igualmente refrescante. Coca-Cola sem açúcar. A melhor escolha.
All the answers are now in, so let's get the questions one more time and see how we did.
All right. Number 1. Turns out Bruce Willis was dead the whole time, and then his wife receives an estate from her first late husband, Henry Dashwood.
We are pretty sure that's The Sixth Sense and Sensibility.
Yeah, we thought The Sixth Sense and Sensibility made sense.
Yep, that is correct. Number 2, Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon fight over a magical remote control and wind up in a land filled with creepy children who all look alike and have alien mind-reading abilities.
We went with Pleasant Village of the Damned.
That's what it was. I knew it was Pleasantville. Couldn't get anywhere else. We said Pleasant Villagers.
Yep, it is Pleasant Village of the Damned. Number 3. Lester has a creepy crush on his daughter's cheerleading best friend, so he will probably lock her up in his enchanted castle until she falls in love with him.
We went with American Beauty and the Beast, and the Beast all along was Kevin Spacey.
Soon to be replaced by Christopher Plummer.
Yep.
We also went with American Beauty and the Beast.
Yep, that is correct. Number 4. A boy in a wheelchair meets an alien and moves from Africa to a new high school where he and the alien join the plastics, write a bird book, and sing a sexy version of Jingle Bell Rock.
That is Mac and Mean Girls.
Yeah, classic Mac and Mean Girls.
Yep. Number 5. A clandestine government organization makes you forget things, like how a masked serial killer went on a sorority killing spree during the holidays.
We went with Men in Black Christmas.
And we too went Men in Black Christmas.
Yep. Number 6. Burt Reynolds directs porn movies in the 70s, which probably have a little less romance than a coastal town in North Carolina where Diane Lane and Richard Gere fall in love.
Yeah. I'm a star. I'm a shining star. We went with Boogie Nights and Rodanthe.
Oh, I didn't know, so I just looked up Burt Reynolds movies, and I wish this was the answer. Stroker, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
I'm going to save that for the next time I give you guys.
Yeah, say hello to Diane Lane for me.
Boogie Nights and Rodanthe is correct. Number 7. 2 British soldiers must cross enemy territory to deliver a message to a hairy high school basketball player.
Well, I would watch a World War I werewolf movie. That would be pretty cool. But it's 1917 Wolf.
Yep, we also went with 1917 Wolf.
All right. Number 8. A girl from a small Midwestern town moves to the south side of Chicago and learns to incorporate hip-hop into her stiff ballet form. All of this to music written by Selma, a Czech immigrant single mother who is losing her eyesight.
Yeah, the second one isn't depressing at all. It features Bjork in an acting role. It's Save the Last Dancer in the Dark.
We knew the first one, Save the Last Dance, but we couldn't get it, so he said Save the Last Dances with Wolves.
It is indeed Save the Last Dancer in the Dark.
It's a laugh riot, really. Nothing to cry about in that movie.
Yeah, Lars von Trier movies tend to be.
Yeah.
All right. Number 9. A coming-of-age comedy drama nominated for 5 Oscars at the 2008 Academy Awards meets the 2015 Academy Awards Best Picture winner, which had no connection to a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Oh, did you say 2008?
18.
Oh, 18. Thank goodness. We said Lady Bird Man.
Yeah, I was actually pretty happy we got this and went with Lady Birdman.
It is indeed Lady Birdman. All right, and I guess sounds like I might have went a little too deep cut on this one. A museum security guard played by John Travolta holds a bunch of school children hostage while trying to get his job back. But maybe a heavenly Nick Cage can help out if he's not too busy fawning over Meg Ryan.
Yeah, this one, it's a little emotional there with Nick Cage as an angel. But we can only get the second half. We got the City of Angels part, but we did not know the first half, so we had to tap.
Oh, City of Angels, that makes sense. I didn't know any of it, so I thought maybe it was Family Man and said, "On the Family Man."
All right, and the answer was Mad City of Angels. The 90s movie with Travolta and Dustin Hoffman called Mad City. Called Mad City. Wasn't very well received, and I guess it didn't stand the test of time.
Just like John Travolta.
Come on, guys, just hide behind the woolly mammoth. Come on.
Okay, we added 30 at the Big Creep, and what did Jeff do? Added 30 points. Brings us to 115, and you guys to 80.
All right, ready for round 2?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Question 1. What is the name of the stew or soup made with meat and vegetables, usually flavored with paprika, that is a national dish of Hungary?
Yeah, that's how this was on a menu somewhere, and you guys were like, "Oh, it's the national." Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah. We are locked.
Do you know it, Jeff?
I don't.
Oh, it's not the gabagool.
No.
What is the gabagool? Isn't that the villain from Sinister with Vincent D'Onofrio? It's gabagool.
That's bagool.
What I can think of is borscht, but that's different and that's Russian. So
isn't borscht stars Titus Welliver? It's an Amazon Prime original.
Well, Neil's in rare form right now.
Can't let go.
Very nice.
I'm on all.
That's a different one.
I was going to say I'm on all cylinders, but I almost said I'm on all fours.
It's the national dish of Hungary. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got no idea. I'm not good at foods.
Yeah.
Or it is a national dish of Hungary.
I when I hear it, I'm gonna know it, and that's gonna bother me. But I think it's like it starts with an H, maybe. But I'm not gonna get there. So, tacos. I don't know. Whatever.
Tacos should be the national dish of everywhere, but I know Neil was putting on his goulashes, so we think it's goulash.
It is indeed goulash, and you said gabagool, and I was like, just goulash. Would have got.
He filled his goulashes with goulash.
With the goulash, the Robert Goulash,
warm goulash.
My favorite singer is Robert Goulash.
I went to I guess it was a campground with a Czech friend of mine, and we all camped, and it was all Czech people, and all they had to eat was sausage and goulash, so consumed quite a lot of goulash that weekend.
Question 2. Every Rose Has Its Thorn made a lot of tongues depressed when it was released in 1988 on what Poison album?
Oh, wow. Tongues. Oh.
It's up to you. Man, I don't know anything about Poison.
Guns N' Roses too.
I think Bret Michaels is Poison for probably what he's spreading around. I have an idea.
Okay, we are locked in.
You're looking for the album, right?
Yes.
They didn't do Dr. Feelgood, did they?
They did, and that's what I was thinking. That's
a different band. I thought.
What?
I didn't think that was Poison, but
let's just log in with Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, Dr. Feelgood was Motley Crue.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if it was self-titled, maybe, but then when Ken said Tongues Depressed or something like that, I know they had a song called Talk Dirty to Me, and I thought maybe they named the album that as well. So we went Talk Dirty to Me.
Nope. The Tongues Depressed clue was to help you with the album title. Open up and say ah.
Oh, that's right. Bret Michaels.
That question was Poison.
It was, and not the Belle Biv DeVoe variety.
Poison.
All right. Question 3. In a tie-breaking game to determine the American League regular season winner in 1978, this Yankee shortstop hit a home run that would earn him a new nickname in Boston. Expletive nickname not needed for answer.
Okay, we're just going to lock in.
Oh, man.
That was the Reggie Jackson era, right?
Yeah, but Reggie Jackson played right field.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just trying to get in the right mindset of the Yankees.
Yeah. Something blanking something. Ugh. I hear Bill Simmons talk about it all the time on his stupid podcast.
It's too recent for Mickey Mantle, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just, yeah, whatever. When I hear it, I'll be mad. So, yep. I don't know.
You just happen?
Yep.
This one was a little too deep for my blood, so we just went with New York favorite Joe Piscopo.
All right. And you guys have nothing for a guess?
Yeah.
All right. The answer is Bucky effin' Dent.
Dent.
Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4. In 2003, researchers discovered the ancient remains of an individual who stood just over a meter tall, nicknaming him the Hobbit. He was discovered on the island of Flores, one of the many islands belonging to which Southeast Asian country?
Okay, we're locked in.
Okay, when I think of the Hobbit, obviously I think of New Zealand, but that's not Southeast Asian, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
The country in Southeast Asia with the most islands is the Philippines with over 7,000.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from that you've heard a clue, possibly?
I don't think there was another clue. I thought Thailand, possibly.
I'm trying to think of Flores. Flores sounds possibly Spanish.
Indonesia.
That's why I like the Philippines, I think. Indonesia's got quite a few islands, but I mean the Philippines has just so many.
Okay. You want to go with the Philippines?
Yeah. Could be wrong.
Okay. Sounds good.
And we said the Philippines.
The answer was Indonesia.
Ooh, wow.
Shocking twist.
Ken, regarding the Lord of the Rings, and we said this in a previous episode, whose name, it was like a strange last name. It was like Frodo Greenleaf or something, or whose maiden name? It was a question, remember?
No.
And I got it way wrong, and you made fun of me for it.
Rosie Cotton?
Maybe it was Rosie Cotton. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Whose first name is Rosie Cotton?
Bilbo Baggins?
What are you asking me?
I don't know.
Whose first name is Rosie Cotton?
No, last name is Rosie Cotton. Or is it
Rosie Cotton?
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. There's a Lord of the Rings reference I was trying to remember.
Well, we can figure it out later.
That sounds good.
All right. Question 5. 2 movies were filmed in Marfa, Texas, that's Marfa, in 2007, and both went on to win multiple awards at the 2008 Academy Awards. Name either of them. Bonus point for both.
Oh.
We're locked.
I sense an impression or two coming on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's There Will Be Blood.
Yeah. And No Country for Old Men.
No Country for Old Men. They had to
You
time
think-
their filming schedule so they didn't blow up on the wrong set. Or in the background of other sets.
Good guess. Good guess, friendo.
We're locked in, right?
Yeah, we're going to say No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood.
We said the same.
And that's all right.
Should we do Javier Bardem impressions or Daniel Day-Lewis impressions?
How would Daniel Day-Lewis
Working on
sound
those toes.
doing a Javier Bardem accent as Daniel Plainview?
I think...
I think it would go a little something like this.
No, we're not. I can't.
Not bold enough.
Throw the coin.
I'm an oil man.
Mm-hmm. Drink your milkshake, etc.
Okay.
We can just let this go on for a while.
Nope, that's it. That is it.
All right. Question 6. Leia Salonga performed the in-movie singing voice for which 2 Disney princesses?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we are locked in.
Are you thinking this is older or more recent?
I think it's older. I think the newer ones tend to be people that you've heard about.
I was wondering about that. I was wondering if it could be something as crazy as like a
'Cause
Snow,
it's not-
a Snow
it's
White
not
and
like-
Cinderella or something like that with the same.
Yeah,
and I
'cause
wouldn't notice.
I don't think it's I don't think it's like Elsa or Moana or anything like that.
No, those are definitely different singers.
What if it's like, so you're looking at the same era? What if you're looking at like Ariel and Jasmine, or
I think those are different. I couldn't tell. In my head, I was trying to hear Ariel and Belle, and I couldn't hear them differently, but that's probably me.
So let's go with Mulan and Pocahontas.
And we went with Pocahontas and Jasmine. On a whim.
You both hit one, and you hit different ones. It was Mulan and Jasmine.
Okay.
All right. Number 7. In 1999's No Mercy pay-per-view, the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian competed in the WWE's first ever tag team ladder match in an effort to win $100,000 and the managerial services of what WWE manager, formerly known as Marlena?
It's tough for these guys, huh?
No, I know this. I'm locked in.
He probably knows it. Yeah, that was before I started watching again. Formerly known as Marlena. I don't.
That was when she managed Goldust.
Oh, she managed
Don't help
Goldust.
him out.
It doesn't help. He doesn't know.
Marlena.
If they get it, Matt, I swear to God.
She managed Goldust. So I don't think it was Lita. Lita was her own character. Yeah, this was like right before I started watching again. Or actually not right before, but
I think Lita was managing S.A. Rios at the time.
I guess we'll go with Natty.
Natty Neidhart.
Natty Neidhart, which is wrong, but
this was originally called the TIT, the Terry Invitational Tournament for Terry Runnels.
Yep. It was indeed Terry Runnels.
That's a deep cut.
The initial tit.
Yep.
All right. Number 8. What Peabody-winning podcast broke records for the fastest to reach 5 million downloads and continues to hold the record for most downloads, with some episodes reaching over 340 million?
Triviality, locked in.
340 million?
You said one episode had 340 million?
Some episodes reaching over 300.
All right, we're locked in.
Do you think it's Serial?
Oh, that's an interesting one. That was huge for a while. I'm trying to think of other ones. I know in the comedy
Welcome
side-
to the Serial Podcast. This is Tony the Tiger.
I know Mark Maron, WTF is big. Joe Rogan's big, but I don't think either of those have anywhere near that.
The kids are stealing my cereal.
This American Life?
Oh, that was like one of the original ones, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the ones that are like always on the top recommend pages.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
I feel like This American Life had a real foothold for a while, though.
We can go with This American Life.
Okay.
And we're going with Serial.
And it was Serial.
Nice. Yeah, I agree with you because I was trying to think of something that would have been universal, like an international show everyone could have gotten behind.
All right. Question 9. What 2004 movie, written and directed by Kevin Smith, shares a title with a 1992 comedy starring Jamie Gertz and Dylan McDermott?
2004. All right, you guys are locked in?
Yeah.
2004, Kevin Smith.
2004.
Jersey Girl?
Yeah, that's about. I was thinking Jersey
that was
Girl.
a little later, no?
I'm trying to think because I would have been working at Blockbuster at that.
Dogma.
Dylan McDermott, Jamie Gertz. That's a great combo. And I'm trying to think of that 1992 movie.
Mulroney?
Singles. I'm just naming movies that were around that era. Singles. What's the other one I'm thinking of? It's like the same movie.
Swingers?
It's like Swingers, yeah.
Singles.
Yeah, it's a movie like Singles, but it's not. It's about relationships.
Cameron Crowe. Maybe we should just go Jersey Girl.
I think Jersey Girl might be right. I think it might be right.
All right, Jersey Girl.
I think I know this based on I joined one of those DVD clubs, and I tried to get the embarrassingly bad Jersey Girl, and they sent me the 1992 version of Jersey Girl. So I'm pretty sure it's Jersey Girl.
It is indeed Jersey Girl.
Nice.
All right. Question 10. A classic jingle for a soft drink in the 70s asked the audience, wouldn't you like to be a blank too?
We can lock in.
Dr. Pepper, wouldn't you like to be a
doctor too? Yeah. Why not?
Pepsi.
Mug.
Drinking Dr. Pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a mug?
mug root beer. Soft drink Mountain Dew. I mean, RC, Cola, Royal Crown.
Let's go with Dr.
Fanta.
Pepper.
Yeah, I like Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
So, you got the right brand, but the quote was just, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Pepper.
Indeed, Pepper.
Okay.
It was like, I'm a pepper, she's a pepper, something.
Oh, yeah.
Something. My dad used to sing it all the time.
I
Really
definitely
weird.
remember that.
All right, at the end of the second round, looks like we're at 155, and these guys over here are at 120. So it's going to come down to the final round. Pretty close.
Yeah, before we throw it over to you, Mike, to hear those categories, I just wanted to mention our merchandise supplier, inkedonscreen.com. If you want to go over there and get some of our merchandise, there's some T-shirts, some tote bags, some decals, some other great things. Jeff's wearing one of our official Triviality T-shirts, which is great. So thanks for supporting the show by buying one for us, Jeff. We appreciate that.
It's his only shirt.
It is his only shirt. He wears it every
All
recording.
the time.
And then Ken and I were just talking about Patreon earlier today, just about how great it is to see so many new names, some names that we don't normally see in the crop. So it's nice to see some people who maybe found the show, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's through word of mouth, and maybe not through our normal trivia circles. So thank you to all those people who found us just randomly and decided to help support the show.
Yes, thank you so much.
We have a new friend from the Netherlands who says your accent is not so authentic, Neil.
He does.
You don't say.
Yep, he said it was, and I quote, I believe. So, but yeah, we'll have to have him on the show, and I'll just try my best to, have mercy from him and apologize that it's just a German accent. But whoever does that accent, I don't know, it's not me.
If you're not a donor yet, please feel free to check out the Patreon page for as little as $1 a month. As we say, sometimes $1 a day, but it's actually $1 a month. And if everybody who downloaded our show give us $1 a month, we could probably all quit our jobs, right?
I think so.
Just about.
I think so. Mm-hmm. Jeff is shaking his head.
Jeff shakes his head. Okay, Jeff can keep his job. The three of us will quit our jobs, and we'll bring you, how many episodes a month do you think? Double at least?
Yeah,
500.
Why not? Any amount.
Yeah, hit us up over at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. Join us over at Facebook on the crop. And one of our biggest crop contributors is Mike. So let's throw it back to him and see what he has in store for the final round, as I think he was up to some hijinks today in the crop, speaking of.
I think I called the people in the crop like me a bunch of wackos.
That's true. And
all right, so final round. Category 1. The dancing is over. Now it gets dirty. Category 2. Before Sam was murdered, he told Molly he'd love and protect her forever. Category 3. In our time, no foreign army has ever occupied American soil. Category 4. 27 banks in 3 years. Anything to catch the perfect wave. And category 5. First dance, first love, the time of your life.
So I just want to explain to Neil what's going on here. These are all Patrick Swayze movie references.
Oh, I thought this was like Hallmark greeting cards.
Yeah, no, Neil, these are Patrick Swayze movies.
Patrick Dempsey from
Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
Who's in like Dirty Dancing and Roadhouse and stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's the one who says Vio con Dios and then like it does whoa a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
One particular argument, he ended up dislocating Ava's jaw. Ava, she was such a tough cookie. Rather than cry or scream or anything like that,
Or call the police.
Or call the police like she should have, exactly. Basically, what does she do? She takes an ashtray and she knocks him over the head and knocks him unconscious. That's how she fought back. She didn't know what to do, so she called Louis B. Mayer. I think I've killed Howard Hughes. What do I do?
Revisit a time when the pictures were still big and everyone was ready for their close-up. When you want Tyrone Power instead of Tom Hardy, Jennifer Jones instead of Jennifer Lawrence, or Robert Mitchum rather than Robert Pattinson, then From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
Okay, the wagers are now in. It looks like both teams have wagered 20 all the way down. So it's going to come down to the questions. Let's hear them.
Question 1. The tagline for Roadhouse is, "The dancing is over, now it gets dirty." What George Michael song says he's never going to dance again? Question 2.
Points now.
The tagline for Ghost is, "Before Sam was murdered, he told Molly he'd love and protect her forever." What sitcom's main character is a former Boston Red Sox player named Sam? Question 3. The tagline for Red Dawn is, "In our time, no foreign army has ever occupied American soil." One of the most common soils in America is called alphasol, and the first 3 letters of alphasol are referring to what 2 elements? Question 4. The tagline for the movie Point Break is, 27 banks in 3 years. Anything to catch the perfect wave. Lester Joseph Gillis was John Dillinger's bank-robbing partner. What nickname was Lester Joseph Gillis more noted for? And the last question, the tagline for Dirty Dancing is, "First dance, first love, the time of your life." Who was Steve Rogers' first love in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Okay, we will break and come up with the answers. Hopefully. All the answers are now locked in, so let's see how we did.
All right. The tagline for Roadhouse is, "The dancing is over, now it gets dirty." What George Michael song says he's never going to dance again?
Neil, can you carelessly tell us the answer?
A Careless Whisper.
Guilty feet have got no rhythm. So we said Careless Whisper.
Correct. Careless Whisper. Number 2. The tagline for Ghost is, "Before Sam was murdered, he told Molly he'd love and protect her forever." What sitcom's main character is a former Boston Red Sox player named Sam?
It takes place in Boston, has a guy named Sam in it, so we think it's Cheers.
Is that?
Yeah, we said we figured this was Sam Malone from Cheers.
Indeed, it's Cheers. Question 3. The tagline for Red Dawn is, "In our time, no foreign army has ever occupied American soil." One of the most common soils in America is called alphasol, and the first 3 letters of alphasol are referring to what 2 elements?
First 3 letters. Oh, I thought you said 4 letters, so we said AL was aluminum and FI is iron, but since you said 3, it might be aluminum and fluoride, but the agreement is sealed, so aluminum and iron.
Iron is Fe.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
But we said aluminum and fluoride. No, I'm sorry. You screwed me up. Fluorine, not fluoride.
All right, so I feel like I accidentally threw you guys a wrench there. It is aluminum and iron.
Ooh.
And it only took the first letter of the 2 for the Fe. I don't know why, but
lucky I'm so stupid, right now.
Yeah, that's right. We dumbed our way into that one.
All right. Question 4. The tagline for the movie Point Break is, 27 banks in 3 years. Anything to catch the perfect wave. Lester Joseph Gillis was John Dillinger's bank-robbing partner. What nickname was Lester Joseph Gillis most noted for?
I don't know this man, but maybe he's the guy who's known as Babyface.
Yeah. Every time I close my eyes, I see him.
Yeah, we didn't know this one at all. So we also went with a famous musician, Machine Gun Kelly.
Babyface.
Yeah.
Wow.
And question 5. The tagline for Dirty Dancing is, "First dance, first love, the time of your life." Who was Steve Rogers' first love in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
That would be Agent Margaret Carter.
Oh. Did we get this wrong? We did, right?
No, we said Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
It is Peggy Carter.
Oh.
Peggy, short for Margaret.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I had no idea.
All right. At the end of the game, what did Jeff do? Is at 140.
Lost, turns out.
Yeah. But we got all 5 questions right, raising our 100 points. And we ended up with 255, so we are the cream of the crop.
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
And as the out-of-context line in The Big Sleep says, what did you expect, Mr. Marlowe? Orchids?
I did.
There you go. So, yeah, that was a great game, Mike. Thank you for putting that together for us.
No problem. Thank you.
Always a pleasure having you on.
Little shout-out to Scott Gregg, Ryan Burrows, and Kellen McGuire, all in the crop, and all play tested this game for me. So,
oh, hey, good people.
Yeah, great
Every
people.
single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's nice, all of you were talking about how much you listen to the show, which means a lot to us. I know, Mike, you said you've listened to every episode multiple times, and same with Scott and the rest of those guys. So thank you for all of you for supporting the show.
And Nolan too. Remember, Nolan loves the show as well.
And is Nolan asleep right now?
He is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hello to Nolan when you're listening to this. We'll have to throw your cream of the crop in.
Cream of the crop.
That's right.
And Mike, where can people find your escape room, and what is the code for them to get in that no one will probably use, but if they do, it'll work?
It's the RI Riddle Room, and if you go to book a room online, use the code Triviality.
All right. Thank you very much for hosting. Thank you, everybody, for listening. For Mike, Matt, Jeff, Neal, and myself, Ken, that was Triviality.
This is like one of those infomercials that are on at 3 a.m. You guys are just naming 80s bands that are scrolling down the TV.
That'd be the compilation album. Would not buy that.
Remember drinking beers in the back of your pickup truck? What were you listening
All
to?
right, now to confuse things, who did Dr. Love?
That's not a thing.
They call me Dr. Love?
That was Kiss, by the way.
No.
And you're way off.